A warning before you listen.
What you are about to hear is not meant for children, nor for the faint of heart. This is an unfiltered retelling of ancient myths, told as they were born, raw, violent, unsoftened. Expect scenes of brutality, curses that linger, betrayals that reshape fate, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. These myths were never meant to lull children to sleep. They were forged in blood, shadow, and fire. So ask yourself, are you ready to hear them as they were first told? Sources and references can be found in the episode description.
Chapter 13. From the Epic, the Uprising. From the cave to the edge of war. Beneath the open sky. The alliance before the storm. The night was still moist with silence when they gathered. 6 souls walking the earth, each carrying a different shade of hell inside. In the heart of a wide, open valley beneath the raw breath of the sky, Zeus stood. His hand rested on a rock he had never touched before. His face turned upward, not to gaze at clouds, but to glare at thrones built from the skulls of suns. He spoke, "I do not ask for your love. I don't want you to call me brother. I ask only this, let us not allow Cronus to chew the world again." Hestia, his first flame, sat on the ground as though planting a revolution. Demeter clutched a blade of grass, reading it like a prophecy of the coming season. Hera stood tall, chin raised, gazing at him as queens do when a throne is contested. But Hades did not move. He lingered at the edge, still as stone, as if listening to a voice only he could hear. Then he said, "Who made you our leader? We didn't vote for you. Yes, you freed us, but only because your mother hid you. You were lucky." Zeus didn't respond. He knew. Some wounds cannot be argued with. And this brother, this one, carried more of the cave's darkness in his heart than any of them.
Then came the voice of Poseidon, low, calm, but as heavy as a coming storm. "What is your plan? Do we go to war without an army, or wait for Cronus to vomit out something else?" Zeus stepped forward. He raised his hand and pointed to the sky. "The plan is this. We do not wait. We will not be echoes of ancient fear. We will not repeat a mother's silence born of terror. The sky will not be swallowed again." He turned toward the dark end of the valley, and his voice changed. "But before we choose our path, there is someone you must see. She is not a prophet, not a warrior, but she is the eye that never closed when all else did. She is the one who knew you were alive, when even the earth doubted it. She crafted the poison, while fear was still pretending to be wisdom. Gaia, Mother Earth, entrusted her to me. Her name is Metis. From deep within the rocks, she emerged. She did not walk, she dragged silence behind her, like a cloak that had long stopped hiding her. Her first step made no sound, but the air shifted around her as she passed. Her dress wasn't silk, it was more like old skin peeled from a rotting era, sewn back together by her own hands to stand as witness.
She stood before them. She didn't bow. She didn't rise like a goddess. She simply met their eyes, one by one, as if searching for a spark, not applause. Then she spoke, a voice that didn't scream, but pierced like stone breaking from within. "I am not one of you, but I am not against you. I was there when time swallowed you. I saw who wept for you, who stayed silent and who schemed. I am not salvation, I am a tool in the hands of one who decided that salvation would not come by itself. And if you seek a leader, there he is, standing among you, not behind." She looked at Zeus and added, "He didn't save you because he was the strongest. He saved you because he dared to ask, why?" And if you think time will offer you a second chance, then you've learned nothing from the grave. She fell silent, but her silence felt less like peace and more like a lightning bolt trapped in the lungs of the sky. In that moment, the earth trembled. A crack split through the mountain nearby, and from it emerged a giant, one eye glowing like a fractured moon, one hand clutching a boulder like it weighed no more than a feather. A Cyclops, sent by Gaia. No words needed. The creature walked until it stood behind Zeus, then knelt. Hestia exhaled as if reigniting. Hera closed her eyes and saw a throne ablaze. Hades didn't smile, but he stepped closer. Poseidon lifted his gaze and saw the clouds begin to stir, and Zeus was the last to speak. He looked to the sky. The night had begun to retreat before the fire of a coming sun. And he said, "The sky shall not belong to those who swallow it, but to those who set it free." And silence fell. But in that silence, the first step of war had been born. No blood, no blade, only a will, fiercer than lightning itself.
This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us, which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why? We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.